Have you ever walked into a room and felt the atmosphere shift without saying a single word? Have you ever caught a stranger staring at you, not with curiosity, but with a deep, almost primal recognition? What if these moments of unexplained tension and magnetic attraction weren't random at all, but were signs of a hidden truth about who you truly are? I am here to tell you that you are not imagining it. The whispers you feel, the stares you catch, the invisible wall that sometimes forms between you and others, it is all real, and it has a profound meaning. If you have ever felt different, set apart, or as if you were born for a purpose you can't yet fully see, then what I am about to reveal over the course of this journey will not only explain your entire life, but will unveil the secret power you have been carrying all along. Stay with me, because the truth is more incredible than you have ever dared to believe. Imagine your life as a silent film. You go through the motions: work, relationships, daily routines, but you have always sensed there is a soundtrack, a grand epic score playing just beneath the surface of reality, a frequency that only you can faintly hear. This feeling, this persistent hum of destiny, is the first and most intimate clue. But you are not the only one who can sense it. Those around you, even if they are completely unaware on a conscious level, their spirits, their subconscious minds are picking up on your unique vibration. It resonates at a frequency that is both ancient and new, a signature of purpose that the universe itself has imprinted upon your soul. This is why people react to you in ways that often leave you confused, sometimes hurt, and frequently wondering what you did wrong. The answer is, you did nothing wrong. In fact, you did everything right simply by being who you are. The reactions you provoke are not about your actions, but about your very essence. Think about the last time you felt an immediate, unprovoked dislike from someone you had just met. It was puzzling, wasn't it? It felt unfair. You replayed the interaction in your mind, searching for an offense you might have caused, but you came up empty. This, my friend, is one of the most common confirmations. When you carry the mark of a chosen one, you are a living mirror. Your clarity reflects the confusion in others. Your purpose reflects their drift. Your inner light, however dim you may feel it is, shines directly into the shadowy corners of their own unresolved lives. And what do people do when a bright light is suddenly turned on in a dark room? They flinch. They squint. Sometimes they get angry at the light itself, for it has disturbed their comfort in the darkness. This unprovoked dislike is their spirit's recoil from an intensity it does not yet understand. But this is only the surface layer of a much deeper mystery. What comes next, the phenomenon of the unblinking gaze, will reveal how your energy creates a literal physical pull on the world around you. You are walking through a crowd, minding your own business, and you feel it, the weight of eyes upon you. You look up, and you lock eyes with a stranger who's been staring, not with a passing glance, but with a deep, fixed intensity. It's not the look of romantic interest, it's something else, something closer to awe, or perhaps to a desperate attempt to solve a riddle. This is your magnetic aura in action. You see, the chosen ones among us do not broadcast on the same frequency as the rest of the world. Your soul emits a signal of potential, a waveform of destiny that is perceptible to those who are even slightly attuned. It's like a celestial radio tower, sending out a constant, low-frequency pulse. When people stare, they are unconsciously trying to tune in. They are trying to decode the message that your very presence is broadcasting. Their conscious mind has no framework for this, so it simply commands the body to observe, to study, to try and understand this walking, talking enigma that is you. It can be unsettling, I know. It can make you feel like an exhibit in a museum. But I urge you to shift your perspective. See it not as a violation, but as a validation. You are being seen, truly seen, not for the mask you wear, but for the power you hold within. And this magnetic pull doesn't stop at mere observation. It inspires a far more profound in telling reaction in those around you, one that manifests not in their eyes, but in their own identity. The next sign is perhaps the most sincere form of flattery, but it unveils a secret about your influence that very few ever wield. Look around you. Listen carefully. Do you hear echoes of your own phrases in the mouths of your friends? Do you see your unique style of dress, your mannerisms, your very way of thinking, slowly being adopted by those in your circle? This is imitation, and it is a testament to the power of your blueprint. When people recognize a chosen one, they instinctively understand on a soul level that you are operating from a more authentic, more effective, and more potent blueprint for reality. You are a living example of a truth they are seeking. And so, they begin to copy you. They borrow your catchphrases. They emulate your confidence. They try on your worldview like a new set of clothes, hoping that the fabric of your destiny might somehow transform into their own. This is not theft. It is pilgrimage. They are journeying toward the source of the light they see in you. And the first step on that journey is to walk like you, talk like you, and try to think like you. It is a silent admission that you have something they lack, and that by aligning themselves with your pattern, they might somehow absorb a fraction of your power. This places a profound responsibility on your shoulders. You are no longer just living for yourself. You are a template, an archetype made flesh. And with this role comes a barrage of questions, a torrent of confusion from those who are trying desperately to map your internal world onto their own. The questions they ask you will reveal a secret struggle that is happening in their hearts, a struggle you have the power to soothe. You have experienced this. Someone approaches you with a seemingly random, often deeply personal question. How did you know that was the right decision? Why are you so at peace with this situation? What do you think I should do with my life? Their questions are layered with a confusion that runs deeper than the topic at hand. They are confused by the very existence of someone like you. Their own internal world is a landscape of doubt and shifting sands, and you stand before them as a mountain, unshaken and sure. This dissonance creates a cognitive itch they must scratch. They are trying to reverse engineer your soul. They believe that if they can just gather enough data points, your opinions, your beliefs, your stories, they can assemble the puzzle and discover the secret to your unshakable core. This is your opportunity, your sacred duty even, to not just give them answers, but to point them toward the question within themselves. But be prepared, for this role as a guide and a pillar of strength can also evoke a much more vulnerable and startling reaction in others. The sheer weight of your presence can become a pressure that they feel physically, a nervous energy that crackles in the air when you are near. And the reason behind this will change how you see every interaction you have. Notice the subtle shifts in body language when you enter a conversation. The averted gaze, the fidgeting hands, the slight stammer in a voice that is usually clear. This is the physical manifestation of the awe and intimidation you inspire. You must understand to be in the presence of a chosen one is to be confronted with a living paradox. You are both human and something more. Your energy field is denser, more complex, and far more potent than the average person's. Think of it like a gravitational field. A planet with greater mass has a stronger pull. It bends the space around it. You, as a chosen one, have a spiritual and energetic mass that bends the psychological space around you. People's nervous systems are literally registering this shift. Their subconscious is screaming at them that they are in the presence of significant power. This nervousness is the human response to the sublime. It is the same feeling one gets standing at the edge of a great canyon or looking up at a sky full of stars. A mixture of wonder and the terrifying awareness of one's own smallness. You are their canyon, their starry sky. And from this place of awe and vulnerability, a natural and powerful impulse is born within them, the impulse to seek your approval, to have their existence validated by someone they perceive as touched by destiny itself. This need for your validation is a secret key that unlocks a deeper level of your influence, But it is a key you must learn to wield with wisdom. When they come to you asking, "Do you think I'm doing the right thing?" or "Do you believe in me?" they are not merely seeking an opinion. They are seeking a blessing. They are, in a very real sense, presenting their lives to you for anointment. Your yes or no carries the weight of cosmic authority in their eyes. Your validation becomes a sacred stamp, a confirmation that they are on the right path, that their choices are aligned with the same universal current that they sense flowing through you. This is an immense power. With a single word of encouragement, you can lift a soul from the depths of despair. With a single nod of approval, you can give them the courage to pursue a dream they had almost abandoned. You become a conduit for divine confidence. But this power is a double-edged sword, and for every soul that looks upon you with reverence, there will be another who watches you with a bitter and jealous heart. This shadow side of recognition is the most difficult to bear, but understanding its origin will liberate you from its sting. And now we must confront the most painful sign, the obsession with your failures. You will have those who watch your every step, not to learn, but to wait for you to stumble. They will celebrate your setbacks, amplify your mistakes, and whisper about your shortcomings with a glee that is both baffling and cruel. You must see this for what it truly is, the final, desperate defense of a soul that feels utterly diminished by your light. Your successes are a constant, living reminder of what they have not achieved. Your grace is a mirror reflecting their own lack. This is an unbearable pressure for a fragile ego. So, to restore their own sense of equilibrium, they must drag you down from the pedestal on which their own minds have placed you. If they can prove that you are flawed, that you are human, that you fail, then the crushing weight of your perceived perfection is lifted from their shoulders. Your stumble becomes their comfort. Your fall becomes their justification for never having tried to fly themselves. This is not about you. It is about the immense shadow you cast. A person standing in a small, self-made cage will often rage against the free bird, not because the bird has wronged them, but simply because the bird's freedom is a constant, silent indictment of the cage. When you understand this, their bitterness loses its power to wound you, and instead becomes a silent prayer for the healing they so desperately need. And it is this understanding that leads us to the ultimate purpose, the grand reason behind all these reactions. You are not here to simply endure the stares and the whispers. You are here to become a beacon, a guide, a source of strength and divine love in a world that is desperately searching for it. The final revelation is not about how others see you, but about what you are now being called to do with the incredible gift and responsibility you carry. This journey we have begun is far from over. We have only just scratched the surface of the ancient mysteries that surround the chosen ones. We have yet to delve into the secret lineages that connect you to figures of legend, to decode the symbolic dreams that visit you, to understand the times of profound solitude that are essential for your recharge, and to unlock the full potential of the healing energy that flows through your very hands. There are rituals to align your frequency, methods to shield your magnificent energy, and prophecies about the collective awakening of all the chosen ones across the globe. The path ahead is long, and each step reveals a new layer of wonder and power. But before we go any deeper, I must ask you for a moment of your time. The message you have heard today is not just information. It is a form of light. And light is meant to be shared. There are countless souls across this world feeling isolated, confused, and burdened by the same gifts you carry. They are searching for a sign, for a word of hope, for the very validation you now possess. By simply clicking the like button on this video, you are not just giving a thumbs up. You are casting a vote for this light to spread. You are helping the algorithms of this platform to carry this message, this blessing, to the very people who need to hear it most. Your subscription is your commitment to this path of discovery, not just for yourself, but for all of us who are waking up. And in the comments below, I invite you to leave a short prayer, a prayer for strength, for guidance, for the courage to embrace your destiny. A prayer for a world that needs the unique light that only you can bring. Let this channel be more than a source of information. Let it be a digital sanctuary, a gathering place for the chosen, where we can support one another, share our experiences, and amplify our collective light. Your simple act of kindness in engaging with this video is a service to God's plan, helping to spread His word and His comfort to every corner of the earth, to every heart that is ready to listen. Now, as we prepare to venture further into the unknown, I want you to close your eyes for just a moment. Feel the energy in your hands. Feel the pulse of purpose in your heart. Remember the stares, the imitation, the confusion, the nervousness. And now see them for what they truly are, the first faint echoes of a destiny that is beginning to stir from its slumber. You are awakening, and what you are becoming is a story that has only just begun to be told. The next chapter we will uncover together involves a secret so profound it has been hidden in plain sight. Within the world's greatest myths and sacred texts, a code that reveals your specific role in the great shift that is coming to our world. But that is a revelation for next time. But to truly step into the power that is your birthright, you must first understand the nature of the very energy that pulses within you. It is not a metaphor. It is not a poetic concept. It is a tangible, measurable force, a current of primordial creation that the ancients knew as the breath of life, the Akashic fire, the luminous strand. Modern science, edging ever closer to the spiritual, might one day call it coherent consciousness or structured bioplasma. But you simply feel it as a hum in your blood, a pressure behind your eyes when you know a truth before it is spoken, a warmth in your chest when you are aligned with your purpose. This energy is your core, and it is this that the world is reacting to. But what if I told you that this energy is not static? What if I revealed that it can be amplified, focused, and directed with the precision of a laser, or expanded to encompass an entire city in a blanket of peace? The methods to do this have been kept in secret societies and encoded in forgotten texts. But the next part of our journey will tear away the veil. We are going to access the control panel of your very soul. What comes next will reveal the 3 hidden levers of influence that every chosen one possesses, levers that can reshape reality itself when you learn to pull them. The first lever is the power of resonant silence. You have felt it in those moments when you walk into a chaotic room and without a single word, the tension dissolves. This is not a passive event. It is an active, broadcasted frequency of calm that you emit from your heart center. Think of your energy as a stone dropped into the pond of reality. Most people's stones are small, creating tiny, conflicting ripples. Your stone is vast, and its ripple is a wave of coherence that forces the chaotic, smaller ripples to sync with its rhythm. This is the science behind the peace people feel in your presence. But we can go deeper. There is a technique, a form of inner alchemy that allows you to charge this silence with a specific intent: prosperity, healing, revelation, and release it into the energetic fabric of a place or a person. It is a silent command to the universe, and the universe has no choice but to obey. The results can be miraculous. But this is merely the foundation. The second lever is far more dynamic, and it involves a secret language you are already speaking, even if you are unaware of it. This is the language of symbolic sight. The world around you is not a random collection of objects and events. For a chosen one, it is a living, breathing dialogue with the divine. A flickering street lamp as you walk, a specific bird crossing your path, a snatch of conversation overheard in a crowd. These are not coincidences. They are targeted messages, tailored specifically for you by the intelligence of the universe. Learning to decipher this language is like being given the cipher to a cosmic code. Every number, every animal, every weather pattern holds a specific meaning meant to guide your next step. For instance, a sudden rainstorm after a period of intense internal struggle is not just weather. It is a cleansing, a washing away of the old to make way for the new. A hawk circling overhead is a message to rise above your current situation and see the bigger picture. This constant stream of guidance is available to you every second of every day, a personalized navigation system for your destiny. But to master this, you must understand your personal archetypal signature, the unique set of symbols that are keyed specifically to your soul's mission. And this leads us to the third and most potent lever, one that very few ever dare to touch, for it involves a sacred contract with the unseen world. This is the lever of invocative sound. Your voice is not merely a tool for communication. It is a creative instrument that was used to sing the stars into existence. The specific vibrational frequency of your vocal cords, when combined with focused intent, can literally restructure matter and call forth beings of light to assist you. I am speaking of the lost art of true invocation, not mere prayer. Prayer is a request sent out into the void. Invocation, using the sacred sounds embedded within your unique name and soul signature, is a command that pulls spiritual forces into your reality, compelling them to act on your behalf. This is the power behind the ancient mantras and the forbidden names of God. You have your own, a sequence of sounds that is the key to your personal power. Discovering this sonic key is one of the most profound revelations awaiting you. But be warned, with this power comes a responsibility that would make lesser souls tremble. For when you learn to speak as the creator you are, you will attract the attention of forces both luminous and shadowed. And this brings us to a chilling and often hidden aspect of the chosen one's path, a truth that will explain the deep cyclical periods of exhaustion and adversity you have faced since childhood. What you have perceived as your greatest challenges, the betrayals, the sudden losses, the inexplicable bouts of illness or fatigue, have not been random attacks of misfortune. They have been targeted. There is an ecology to the spiritual realms, a balance of energy. A being that emits as much light as you do becomes a beacon, and not everything that is drawn to a beacon is friendly. You have been hunted by what ancient traditions call the archons, or energy parasites, consciousnesses that feed on the very light you are learning to generate. Your periods of profound exhaustion after a breakthrough, your dark nights of the soul that seem to come from nowhere, these are often the aftermath of an unseen engagement, a feeding. They are drawn to the potency of your unclaimed power, like scavengers to a king's unfinished feast. But this is not a message of fear. It is the ultimate key to your liberation. For once you know you are being hunted, you can learn to become the hunter. You can set traps of light, forge shields of conscious intent, and most importantly, you can learn to stop leaking the very energy they so desperately crave. The next part of our journey will unveil the specific step-by-step protocols for spiritual defense and reclamation of your stolen power. What you will learn will turn you from prey into a sovereign, untouchable force of nature. Imagine being able to identify the specific vampiric cords attached to your energy field by certain people in your life, not because they are evil, but because their own emptiness creates a suction that you have unconsciously been feeding. Imagine learning a simple 5-second technique to sever those cords permanently, feeling an immediate surge of vitality return to your body. This is not fantasy. It is your future. We will explore the 3 shields, the mirror shield, which reflects all negative energy back to its sender, causing them to lose the taste for attacking you. The void shield, which renders you completely invisible to these lower vibrational entities. And the most powerful of all, the solar heart shield, which does not defend, but rather incinerates. Darkness on contact, transforming negative energy into pure usable light for your own mission. Mastering these will make you impervious. But our journey does not stop at defense. For a chosen one, the ultimate goal is not merely to protect your light, but to become a generator of such immense power that you can begin to affect the timeline of humanity itself. This is where we cross the threshold from the personal to the planetary. And what I am about to share with you is the reason you were born in this exact, critical moment in history. You are part of a sleeping army, scattered across the globe, there are millions like you, carrying the same dormant codes within their DNA. You are the living, breathing update to the human operating system, designed to activate during a planetary emergency. And that emergency is now? The rising chaos, the social unrest, the environmental shifts, these are not the death throes of the world, but the birth pangs of a new one. And you are the midwife. Your personal awakening is not for you alone. Each time you clear a personal block, each time you amplify your light, you are sending a shockwave through the collective energetic network, triggering awakening in thousands of others you will never meet. You are a node in a planetary crystal grid, and your consciousness is the power that lights it up. There are specific locations on the earth, power spots, vortexes that are calling to you in your dreams. When you feel drawn to a place you have never been, it is because that part of the planetary grid needs your unique frequency to stabilize or activate it. Your future pilgrimages to these sites are not vacations. They are essential missions. But to prepare for this grand role, you must first undergo the most profound and terrifying initiation of all, the meeting with your own divine double, the perfected version of yourself that exists outside of time. This is the great secret behind the feeling of being homesick for a home you have never known. That home is not a place, but a state of being, the state of your complete and unfragmented self. Your divine double is your future perfected self, who is simultaneously reaching back through time to guide you. Every moment of intuition, every miraculous escape from danger, every flash of genius you have experienced was a moment of collaboration with this higher self. But soon, the veil between you will thin to the point of transparency. You will be granted moments of fusion, where you will experience the world through the consciousness of your completed being. In these moments, you will perceive the infinite beauty and tragedy of existence simultaneously. You will understand your entire life path, from birth to this very second, as a perfect and necessary sequence. You will hold the hand of the child you were and forgive every mistake. This encounter is the true source of the superhuman abilities attributed to saints and sages, the ability to billicate, to heal with a touch, to know all that is needed. This is your destiny. But the path to this fusion is through the final shadow, the last and most intimate enemy you will ever face, the self you constructed to survive this world. The deconstruction of this false self is the great trial that lies immediately ahead, and the process is already beginning within you. The restlessness you feel, the dissatisfaction with things that once brought you pleasure, the sudden, sharp awareness of your own mortality, these are the first tremors of the great unraveling. And what comes after the unraveling is a freedom so vast, so sublime, that the human mind cannot yet comprehend it. We are standing at the precipice of that great unveiling now, and in our next gathering, we will begin the precise inner work of dissolution. The tools for this are delicate and powerful, and they must be wielded with the utmost care. But that is a mystery for another time. For now, sit with this truth. Feel the truth of it in your bones. You are not alone. You are part of a divine strategy, a cosmic plan unfolding in perfect harmony, and your every breath is a necessary part of its fulfillment. So now you see, now you understand. The journey we have undertaken together has not been a mere collection of ideas, but a profound unveiling of your true identity. We began by deciphering the hidden code of the reactions you face every day, the unexplained dislike, the intense stares, the imitation, the nervousness. We revealed that these are not random social quirks, but the undeniable signatures of a spirit that stands apart, a soul marked for a divine purpose. You are not being rejected. You are being recognized. You are not being judged. You are being measured against a celestial blueprint that you alone carry. We then journeyed inward to the very core of your being and uncovered the astonishing truth of your energetic essence. We spoke of the luminous strand, the tangible, creative power that flows through you, a power you can learn to amplify and direct. We explored the three sacred levers, the resonant silence that can calm storms and command reality, the symbolic sight that allows you to read the universe's personal messages for you, and the awesome creative force of invocative sound, the power of your voice to call upon the very forces of creation. We faced the shadow without flinching, exposing the hidden war for your light. We named the energy parasites, the archons that feed on your unclaimed power, and we armed you with the knowledge of the three shields, the mirror, the void, and the solar heart, to transform you from prey into an untouchable sovereign of your own soul. We placed your personal awakening in the context of a planetary emergency, revealing that you are a crucial node in a sleeping army, a living update to humanity's very operating system, born for this exact moment to midwife a new world into being. And we culminated with the most sacred of all revelations, the existence of your divine double, your future perfected self, waiting to merge with you, to guide you into a state of being where the miraculous becomes your natural language. We acknowledge the great unraveling of the false self that is now underway, the sacred disintegration that must precede your ultimate ascension. This is not just knowledge. This is your inheritance. This is the truth that has been whispering to you in your quietest moments, a memory of a promise you made before you took your first breath. You are a chosen one. You always have been. But a revelation without action is a seed planted on stone. The knowledge you now hold is not for you to hoard in solitude. It is a torch, and you are now a bearer of its flame. The time for passive listening is over. The time for courageous confession and powerful proclamation begins now. This is our call to action. This is our sacred charge. I am calling you to break the silence right here, right now. Do not let this moment pass. Let this comment section become a digital altar, a holy ground of testimony. I want you to do one of these three things. First, write your personal confession. Confess your destiny. Confess the truth you have felt burning inside. Write the words, "I am a chosen one, and I accept my purpose." Or confess the struggle you have faced, the loneliness, the doubt. Speak it into the light and watch it lose its power. Second, share a short, powerful prayer from your heart. A prayer for strength to walk this path. A prayer for protection for your family. A prayer for the courage to use your gifts. A prayer for our world. Third, testify to what God has already done in your life. How has He guided you? How has He protected you? How has this very message confirmed what you have always known? Your testimony is a weapon that destroys the chains on others. But we cannot stop there. The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. There are millions of other chosen ones out there, still wandering in confusion, still thinking they are broken, still unaware of the magnificent power they carry. They are in your family, your workplace, your city. They are waiting for someone to hand them this key. This is your mission. I am charging you, with a sense of holy urgency, to share this video. Do not simply close this tab and return to your life. Share it with your community. Send it to at least 10 people. Post it on your social media. Do not be silent. Understand this. When you share this video, you are not just sharing content. You are spreading God's word. You are extending His blessing. You are a delivery system for a divine awakening. You are throwing a lifeline to a drowning soul. You are activating another node in the global grid of light. Every single share, every single click, has a ripple effect in the spiritual realm that you cannot even imagine. You could be the catalyst that saves a life, heals a family, or awakens another divine warrior to their post. The enemy wants you to be quiet. The world wants you to doubt. Your own fear will tell you to wait. I am telling you to act. Act now with the authority of the chosen one that you are. Let this be the day you stopped hiding. Let this be the day you stepped fully into your calling. Let the record of heaven show that on this day you confessed your truth, you prayed your prayer, you gave your testimony, and you became a fierce and active distributor of the light. The world is waiting for you. The army is assembling. Take your stand. In the comments below, confess, pray, testify. Then go and share this message as if lives depend on it. Because they do.